My name is Lauren Whitman, and I will be singing As If We Never Said Goodbye from Sunset Boulevard. I don't know why I'm frightened. I know my way around here. The cardboard trees, the painted scenes, the sounds here. Yes, a world to rediscover. But I'm not in any hurry, and I need a moment. The whispered conversations in overcrowded hallways, the atmosphere is thrilling here as always. Feel the early morning madness. Feel the magic in the making. Why? Everything's as if we never said goodbye. To be alone, that's all in the past. This world's waited long enough. I've come home at last.
Is that the end? It suits your voice really well. Give us the context for the song.
This is from the show Sunset Boulevard. So it's this woman that she used to be in silent films, but then she retired, and she's coming back to the theater and reminiscing of the old days.
Okay, very good. So, comments?
Me and my family, we've been watching old FASA DVDs about a week before, last week or something, and so we've just been going through them, and it's been fun watching, you do Wink and a Smile back in, 11 or whenever that was, and just watch you grow up and your voice maturing, and you did a really good job portraying emotion in your face, and your voice was very pretty.
Thank you.
Very great, but, because I had never heard that song, but I could tell, what I should be feeling during it, so you did a great job.
Thank you.
I wanted to say that I enjoyed the performance before the performance started. You were completely confident, your eyes were smiling, and then once you started singing, that didn't go away. Just the sound in and of itself was very clear, articulate, but more than that, the emotion was conveyed in a way that made me believe it.
Thank you.
Okay. Anyone else? All right, so I want to talk about breath and the use of breath in portraying words. So when you sing, what do you think about as far as breath is concerned?
Your breath should go into the back of your lungs, so you have nice support.
And I think you have. I thought she had very nice support, right? And her breath supported her vibrato so that it wasn't wobbly. The other day we were trying to tune a guy that sings with a very wide vibrato, and literally the tuner could not tell what note he was singing because it went so high and so low. We had to go in and just mark it manually, and even then it only kind of just stabilized it around the pitch. But your vibrato is very pretty and it works very well. But I noticed there was a couple of times in there where it sort of, I could tell it was not giving you the support you wanted it to have. Like about a third or halfway through the song. Do you know the place I'm talking about, baby? Let's see. might have been is always right in there somewhere. Could you pick it up? Pick it up, the whispered conversation right there.
The whispered conversations in overcrowded hallways. The atmosphere is thrilling here as always. Feel the early morning madness. Feel the magic in the making. Why?
So, that was much better. It flowed very well there. So, what would she be experiencing as she puts herself back into this context? In other words, in mood that you're conveying. What kind of, on a scale of 1 to 10, where is the parameter of her emotional, the fantasy that she's pulling in memory?
Let's say 8.
Right. So you're giving me probably, 5 to 6. Feel the early morning. She would have more of a breathlessness, more of a use of breath. There would be more whoa about it. Okay? So let's try it one more time and see if you can make your words carry that. In other words, it's not just the attitude or the emotion you're pulling in your eyes and your face, which you're doing a good job of, but it is that buoyancy of breath, the exhale after the line. Okay?
Sorry.
Whispered conversations one more time.
The whispered conversations.
So, the whispered conversation. See, in my mind, you're pulling up, I'm with my bow under a cherry tree.
Okay.
Right? The whispered conversations. Whisper for us.
Okay.
The writer of a lyric puts those words in to allow the singer to be able to use those words to convey meaning. So find whisper the whisper.
Okay.
Okay?
The whispered conversations.
Now, the word conversation, it's a little bit jilted in the way that the rhythm of it makes, right? So what is that? Speak it.
The whispered conversations.
Good. And the word the is sort of you're holding that a long time. What's written in it? So, the whispered conversations. That would be for you to cheat.
Okay.
Whenever you give Mr. Woolever a song, because all he does is transcribe like he transcribes all day. So he takes vocal product and he transcribes it onto the printed page. He deliberately straightens it out. He cleans it up. So a singer may scoop and they may glide and they may hold before they hit that note, and he cleans it up. So it's for the singer to interpret how that lies, driven by drama. Okay? So see if you can make that line, the whispered conversations. Just feel like you're speaking to us.
Okay. The whispered.
But if I was saying the whispered conversations, if I was speaking that, I wouldn't go the whispered. You would think I had a stutter, right? So let it just be more of a pickup. The whispered.
The whispered conversations.
And then you might cheat a little on conversations, right? The whispered conversations. So the whispered conversations. So that it's not conversation, right? Understand? Okay, try it one more time and see how you can place that.
The whispered conversations.
And cheat conversations. The whispered conversations. Right? You can slow it down just ever so much that it doesn't feel effective, but it doesn't feel da-da-da-da either. Okay, try it.
The whispered conversations.
If I was saying the whispered conversations, it's very spoken. Whispered conversations. say it.
The whispered conversations.
Good. So sing it just like, but speak it one more time, like you were telling. Who's she speaking to?
I'm speaking to a friend.
A friend.
Yes.
Okay. So like you were, it's very conversational.
Okay.
Try it again. Make the whisper whisper.
Okay.
Be really excited.
The whispered conversations.
Okay, now y'all see what I mean? Didn't that flow just so naturally, right? It didn't pull us out of the song to watch you. And when you sang it the first time, I only at one place was pulled out of the song to watch you. But the more you get to where you can pull a long line of drama without your audience ever being pulled away from who you are in character. The most brilliant performance of this I have ever seen is the movie Les Mis, when Anne Hathaway does her solo. That is, she did that in one take, and it is, I mean, I watched her do it aware that I was watching one take, and she never even glimmers of loss of character, to check myself. So going over every night and scrubbing down a song so that it's just as natural as it can. All right, so start there and keep going.
Okay.
All right?
The whispered conversations in overcrowded hallways. The atmosphere as thrilling here as always. Feel the early morning madness.
Wait. So what's that line?
Feel the early morning madness.
And where's the melodic line going? Up. Right. So can I feel the early morning madness? By that point, it is too refined. Let us feel the early morning madness. Okay? Start it one more time. Hallways, whatever that.
Okay.
Right in there.
The whispered conversations in overcrowded hallways. The atmosphere is thrilling here as always. Feel the early morning madness. Feel the magic in the making. Why? Everything's as if we never said goodbye. Oh, I don't want to be alone. That's all in the past.
Okay, so now she has done her thesis, right? She has stated the part of her that is lay dormant that she wants to resurrect. And now she is pontificating on that. She's extending it. So what would you do to make us see this sort of change of reference?
I always try to go like,
You would move,
Yeah.
right? If you had freedom from
Yeah.
microphone, you would move. But what in persona can you do to make that? So what would you do with breath? First of all, for a performer, breath is everything. It's true in drama, it's true in singing, it's true in playing. The Bible talks about the breath of life. And one of the reasons old people don't sing very well, they don't have much breath left. And so when you're using breath in that way, she would have more and more of a heightened intake and exhale of breath as it moves up, but then the breath would become more controlled and not as energized of a stream. So in your mind, Lauren, as you sing, you want to be sure that you have in your mind literally a column of breath. And yes, it's important that it comes to back here, But it's also important that it comes to here. In other words, you're singing all the way to your feet. And that of just being energized with oxygen all the way to your feet, that you are singing with your whole body. And when you come to this part, she's gonna back off. But she can't back off if she doesn't have a point to back off from. Right? So you can do even more. She works herself to a peak. And then she goes, oh, man, that was good. Now I'm back here, you know? So start it again at the same place. See how much of an energized peak you can bring us to. Hold this just for the sake of motion. And then see how you can make the transition from that, the drama of that moment into the more introspective moment. Okay?
The whispered conversations in overcrowded.
Okay, so that's all in line. The whispered conversations in overcrowded hallways. More and more. Ta-ta. It's Tuesday. The whispered conversations in overcrowded. I don't hear breath.
Okay.
Let me hear the uptick of breath happening.
Okay.
All right.
The whispered conversations in overcrowded hallways. The atmosphere is thrilling here as always. Feel the early morning madness. Feel the magic in the making. Why? Everything's as if we never said goodbye. Oh, I don't want to be alone, that's all.
So that I don't want to be, so I don't want to be alone. How you finesse that line, just like you did the conversation line. Starting right there on that, and see how you can lay that line where it sounds more conversational and not stilted. This is very important in Broadway, because Broadway has got a lot of room, unless you're singing something that is rapish like the things in Hamilton, but in this kind of a big ballad, there's all sorts of room to lay the verbiage in the pocket. Okay? Try one more time.
I don't want to be alone, that's all in the past. This world's waited long enough. I've come home at last.
Good. Now, I want you to try a little test, and then I'll have to quit, but this I see a lot, and it's sort of a cheap, dramatic throw. Make yourself do it once and not do that. Make this speak.
Okay.
Make your eyes speak.
Okay.
And breath. Lots of breath, exhale. So you're not going to do your head this way. And you're going to allow that drop so that when you do the uptick of the I'm home at last, it's got all the energy. The lull before the storm heightens the storm. So writers that are good, they know, okay, here I want this to have this kind of energy. I have to bring the energy low before it. So you're seizing both the low and the high.
Okay.
All right? Try it again right there.
I don't want to be alone, that's all in the past. This world's waited long enough. I've come home at last.
Good. Very nice. Very good.
Running a good part.
I know. It is good. So, how's your range coming?
Okay.
Okay. How's your upper register coming?
Okay.
You like to sing in the belt, like,
do,
like
yes.
above a B. Does it get, what does it belt up to?
B, I I can do a C, but it doesn't sound very good.
So that's where you have, so be sure you work on that.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's an important aspect, because this is controlled and very well done. You have a lot of experience, so you're very good at just coming on and taking on. But the use of breath is really important, and thinking through every phrase so that it lays in a way musically that feels really natural and doesn't jolt the congregation out of the audience, out of the character. Good job,
Thank you so
Laura.
much.
I enjoyed that. All right.
I'm gonna need the sheet.